Okay, and I'm going to do a review, and today I got something that's completely outside of what I usually read. I don't even own this. I got this from my school library. Yes, my school library has a comic book. I got Astro City, Life in the Big City. Some little background on Astro City. Astro City is a creator-owned thing done by the creators I'm going to list here: Kurt Busiek, Brent Anderson, and Alex Ross. Now, let me give you a little story. Back in 1995, Kurt Busiek, Alex Ross just got off of doing Marvels, which was one of the very first reviews I've done, and that is essentially one of my favorite Marvel trades and Marvel stories I've read. Maybe someday it'll be outdone by something, but the way things are going right now, not going to happen. But this isn't a hit on anything. And this was originally an Image book. Yes, this is technically the second Image book I've reviewed. Well, technically it's now DC. Let me explain. This was in the this was an imprint. This was part of an imprint called Homage Comics, which was an imprint for Wildstorm, which was an imprint for Image. Really confusing. Now all the Astro City stuff is still in Wildstorm, but DC owns it. They still publish it today. All these characters, Alex Ross and Kurt Busiek make all these characters. Alex Ross did all the designs, and Brett Anderson does the interiors. And I've heard just great things about this, about the whole series. This is the very first 6-issue miniseries. After that, there was an ongoing, which had its delays due to him due to the writer getting sick, and I'll get a little more of that later. I mean, I hear this is good, but I've never read anything that was such a fully formed idea. Though you read the first issue, which is a story of the Samaritan, who's a Superman-esque character, who the first image you see, the Superman-looking character flying, and the story of him, kind of a day in his life, he has the ability to fly, but he never really gets to enjoy flight. It's kind of, I guess you could say, you kind of feel for the guy, to be honest. And he's basically, I guess you can call him the main viewpoint. I mean, this series is like, all the issues in here are all done in one, are kind of like done in one stories. There's a story with, the first story with the Samaritan, like I said. There's a story of a reporter trying to get a story published about the superhero called the Silver Agent. There's a story with the First Family, who are like a Fantastic Four-esque story. There's a story about Jack in the Box, who's a clown-esque character. He's like Daredevil, I guess. He's kind of a street-level character. There's a story with Cracker Jack, who's also kind of like a street-level character. And the final issue where you meet Winged Victory, and her and Samaritan go on a date, and you get really in-depth on all that. I mean, it's so good. Like, I don't want to talk about it. Like, this just kicked my ass. All these characters, though I've never really read anything before them. I think all I read of Astro City was a miniseries called Dark Age Book 3, which was a 4-issue mini, and I've been reading on that in issues. This just kicked my ass. I just can't. So good, so great. The little bit on the creators. Kurt Busiek. Kurt Busiek, I've said before. Brett Anderson. I don't think he's done too much. He's done some X-Men. He's mostly just doing this and other things. He's not much of a big name. I'm definitely would recommend this. This is easily. I'm probably jumping the gun on this one. 10 out of 10. Might get some. I mean, I think the art is beautiful. The designs, the characters are all there. The stories are just great to do. I want to physically own this. I wish I didn't have to return to my library at school. I'm going to read the rest of the series, definitely. Pick it up.